What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm making another video on how to do SDJs. I'm gonna attempt to explain VMS, I think, but we're gonna start with SDJs because VMS is essentially SDJs over a load screen. So, what you need to do an SDJ is you need a sponge ball and you need a platform that moves up and down on a cycle, or when you leave it just moves up and down. So like something on top of shush tikis, like this will stack over here. You can see whenever I go near it, it's gonna shrink. I leave, it's gonna get bigger. Another example is there's like copper platforms in that place. Two of the common places in the hub, you can use these floating tikis here, which that one's a bit more difficult. Or if you have the sponge ball and hub 1 unlocked, you can use this platform. Okay, so what you want to do, I'm going to show this off in the downtown one though that I have. It's not, there's multiple places and you can look up a guide or ask for help on where you can do these. The main one that's going to be used in the new any percent route that's being made, the VMS Shoals route and stuff, is this one. So get to this area, and what you do is you want to get sponge ball storage. I'm gonna go a bit over this. What you do is you double jump and land on the sponge ball. And then once you're on it, just double jump spin and keep doing this until you get to your area. For the last one, like, you can do this infinitely, by the way. So I'm like stalling out. The last thing you want to do is you want to get on top of this thunder tiki. And you want to circle around. That time I failed. If you failed on that one specifically, you have to reload. But you want to circle around on top of your surface until you fully transform into a sponge ball. So I'm going to attempt to show you, like, so you can see like there's movement where like he's like halfway a sponge ball, like, and then he starts like going slower in your movement, your turns. There's like a slight thing. We use this in Rollbuck specifically, but you want to wait on your platform until you fully transformed. So we're gonna jump spin or jump spin to our platform. You see I waited. Now you just get away from the platform. We can wait here as long as we want. Doesn't really matter. The only thing you want to do is you want to press B then A, and you want to do it in quick succession. I've been told that it's like B and then one frame later A, but I wasn't able to get it there. Some people do this with 2 fingers. I do it with my thumb, and I just slide over B and A really fast. It's gonna take some time to get used to. You can see I failed it twice, kind of. But get away, and then you should get this. Make sure you also have the hand disabled. I'm not gonna go over hand disabled. That's something else. But this is just an application of how we would use it in speedruns right now. You can pretty much do them for fun anywhere else. I went to the wrong spatula, so. But yeah, essentially that's an SDJ. And you might be asking yourself, what's VMS? VMS is an SDJ over a menu. And it's a bit more difficult. It takes more practice and more precision. SDJs are super easy because you can just press 2 buttons and then you'll get it. Take some practice. So there's not really like a whole lot that you can look at to say like I'm doing this right or I'm doing this wrong. So you want to do the same start for SDJ. Now you want to press B and start on the same frame. I believe like frame after. I mean, you essentially want to transform it out of the sponge ball, and as soon as you start on transforming, you want to press start. So whenever you press start, now we can go to whatever place we want. If you're on Xbox, unplug your controller and you'll get this menu. This lets you buffer things, and then you press B and A on the same frame, which I actually got at first try. You can see I didn't really get the high I need to get the shoals, which is what the application in speedruns would be. But yeah, So I'm just gonna quickly explain this. If you're on GameCube and PS2, you're gonna have a bit of a harder time with this, but what you want to do is you want to pause and make sure you're leaving the sponge ball when you pause. So just ASAP. Once you know you're doing that, then you can warp to whatever level you want. When you're warping, unplug your controller or take the battery pack out for 360. I think you can even unplug on PlayStation 2, but if you're on GameCube, that little message box doesn't really appear and doesn't really apply to you. So I'm going to show SDJ again. And when that's unplugged, you press start when you're on the menu after you've warped, and then you want to press B and A. I believe it's the same thing as an SDJ, but even more tight. There's also more variables going in with VMS, like did you press B at the right time and start, and did you do B and A? But yeah, if you missed VMS, things to be aware of. Make sure you're not pressing B too late. Make sure you're actually leaving the sponge ball. I know sometimes, like, I've probably pressed B and start. Like, let me try and show you this. A lot of time I left the sponge ball, but make sure you're leaving it. And make sure that you're pressing B and A at the right time when you're trying to leave the next level. Because sometimes for VMS, you'll just get a jump. That means that I think you pressed A too late, or you didn't do the sponge ball stuff right. And then for SDJ, just make sure you're transforming on the platform fully, and make sure that you're doing the B and A press right. So yeah, that's VMS and SDJ. This video is probably not very helpful, but for those of you who helped, you're welcome. And yeah, I'm just gonna do SDJ one more time. It's really easy to get the SDJ down, but the VMS is gonna take more time. So once you get the SDJ, start doing VMS. Don't do the VMS and then the SDJ, because, well, just don't do that. And yeah, hope this helped. If you liked, like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Good day. Bye.